Okay, so this is an old Honor View 20 phone and I've got it plugged into this laptop. So this is basically a laptop without an operating system, and you can see I can run a desktop environment, a bit like DeX on a Samsung device. Well, that functionality has now officially come to the Pixel 8 and beyond. So if I unplug this Honor phone, you can see the laptop does nothing. It's got a battery in it, it's mouse, keyboard, speakers and so on, but it doesn't do anything without a device plugged into it. And this will ask me if I want to do desktop or mirror. So if I hit desktop, you can see that it goes into a desktop environment, just like we had on the Honor phone. And we have all the games and the apps and things that are included in here. We can also drag down from the top and get all our notifications and all our settings and everything. And this allows you to window apps as well. So we can go full screen. So this is a web browser. So if I go BBC Sport, pretty much works like a Chromebook really. And I can launch that. And you can see that all the mouse and keyboard works absolutely fine with it. But I wanted to try GameNative on this. Now I've already installed it and I'll show the installation just after this bit. So if I launch it, this is a way of playing good old games, Steam, and also Epic Games on an Android device. And even though this Pixel 8 is a fairly old phone, it actually still works. So if I launch Terraria, which is installed through the Steam store, very, very easy. Hit play. So we can just jump into a single player game. I've got a game save on there. And you don't have to have all this overlay and everything on here. As you can see, I can move around and jump. All of that's working. And the mouse controls as well are all working. I've also got a Half-Life 2 on here as well, installed from Steam. And it's even got my game saves from PC. So let's show you how I set it up. Let's open the web browser and do a search for GameNative. And that will take us to the GitHub, which is here. So we can scroll down and we can see releases, and this is the latest. So we go to assets. You can see the APK is here to download, 519 megabytes. So that's downloading now, and if we open that up, because it's not from the Play Store, we're going to get a warning. So we hit install, and it's been blocked, but we'll say install anyway. Let's open that up. So we can go full screen. And I'm going to use my phone to log in with the QR code, and that's signing me in. And it comes up with the games I can install. This is so simple. I wonder what's going to work. So I'm going to try something basic at first. Oh, and it says compatible and unknown on various different games. So we'll try Brotato and install. It tells us the size of the installation and everything, how much space I've got, and install. Yeah, and it's coming up installing. What if this works? This is incredibly easy. So we'll hit play using Proton 9, and it's picked that up on its own. Well, so far this is easier than installing Windows games on a Windows PC in the 90s. Okay, GameNative booting. Launching game. Your video card driver does not support any of the supported OpenGL versions. Okay. If I click on the game again, what else can I do in here? So I've got settings here. Test graphics. Okay, what's it doing now? We've got a Windows style interface. So this is like wine. System tools. So if I do run and then try and browse to see if I can see where it's installed. I would have thought it was on, oh, there is no C. Oh yeah, my computer. Ah, Brotato EXE. Please update your drivers, or if you have a very old integrated GPU, upgrade it. So rather than trying to troubleshoot loads on that, I wonder if I just, oh, I've got no mouse control now, but I have got keyboard. So let's try another old game. Let's go with GTA Vice City. Not sure if I've got two next to each other. and install. Oh, there's my mouse. My mouse is back. And we'll try play. And handled exception. Now it could be, I haven't done much research on the Pixel working with this, but it could be just that the Pixel really isn't that compatible. And the mouse, when it gets to this stage, the mouse, I guess it's some sort of resolution thing, isn't capturable, but let's press enter. So GTA would have had some pretty basic graphics. I'm going to try one more without doing anything extra. I'm going to try Half-Life. All this bit is handled incredibly well, and maybe on a much better supported Android device, it would be more straightforward. Downloading 3DFX and Voodoo, ATI Rage. Oh, failed to create SDL window. So I've read that Half-Life 2 is supported. Let's go with that. Okay, let's try this one. I was downloading some saves. Is that my saves from when I played the game on a different device? Maybe. That'd be cool if it picks up from where it got to. I'm also wondering whether I try it mirrored as opposed to desktop mode, because desktop mode's very new. It's working. Well, okay, I've got a picture. That's more than I've had so far. And I think the mouse thing is because of the way it captures the mouse. Right, I haven't got any sound at the moment, but that will probably be how I've got it configured. Now I can probably adjust that on the phone itself. So I'm just going to go into settings on the phone screen. I think maybe you might be able to hear some sound, but I'm going to put it through my phone speakers. Yeah, sound will play on, and I'm going to say this phone. Yeah, and I can hear the sounds coming through. And that doesn't look jerky. I've had this much worse than this on other devices. So we'll go into video, 720, advanced. Yeah, it's on high at the moment. Let's go for medium. I'll go for high on shader details. Let's try that. So load game. Yeah, so this would be what I've played on it before. Well, it does say 2026, but I guess that's when it was put to the device. So let's go on this one. Okay, so double tapping seemed to do differently to just clicking on it and OK. Oh, wow.
I didn't see you get on.
Didn't see you get on. Please, I can interact.
This is my third transfer this year. Well, end of the line.
Welcome to City 17. You have chosen or been chosen to...
If you'd have told me years ago that I'd be playing a PC game on a mobile phone through a monitor with mouse and keyboard.
This stuff, it's all I have left.
Also thoughtfully provided by
All right,
our
I'm moving.
benefit.
Jeez.
I've been proud to call
We stare 'em out.
17 my home. And so, whether you are here to stay or passing through on your way to parts unknown, welcome to City 17. It's safer here.
So atmospheric.
Are you the only ones on that train?
I can't interact with her. We were. It's stuttering a bit, but obviously I can go down a lot on the detail level. How well did the game run? Let's go with 4 stars. There was a mode on here that lets you show just installed. Yeah, so just like Steam. So Tomb Raider 2013 has been reported at working, but the one I've got is this one, which is something like the definitive edition. Let's install that. So 13, well, let's just do the lot, 13.5 gig. It's not been confirmed as working, but we'll give it a go. So while that's installing, let's just show how it's set up. So I've got power going in through USB-C into this Ugreen dock, which is giving me HDMI output to my monitor. And I've also got this cable, which has got a dock with just mouse and keyboard, but I could plug the mouse and keyboard into here. And obviously that's going into the phone. The phone displays independently, So you can see the last thing I did was change the sound to here so I could hear it and it wasn't being captured by the capture device and drowning everything out. But yeah, the phone works, you know, as normal whilst it's in this desktop mode. So no errors, but no picture. Super Crate Box is quite an easy game to run and nice and small to install. Yeah, that's loaded. So let's pop my name in. And I've got a controller plugged in. I'm using my Xbox 360 controller. If I press the Xbox button, it gives me that menu. This is definitely working at full speed. And you see all the firing and everything's working. Oh, crikey. It is such a good game. Very simple, but yeah, nice to see it working on this. So let's quit out of that. So F1 gets us to this screen. Or pressing the Xbox button, and then I can just press the A on my Xbox controller to exit back to the menu. And I can even control all the menus like this as well. So all of this with A and B for forward and back, or select and back. I'll keep trying some games and see if I can get something else to work. Cartoony Cars is unknown, but I've installed it anyway. Oh, okay, so this is a bridge building game. Well, it's definitely working anyway. So that's one more to add to the list. We'll try the next one. It looks like they may stay where they are. Let's try that. I don't know, I'm not sure what speed he goes at. Go. Go on, keep trying. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, we can see what's gone wrong there. So unfortunately Flat Out 2 didn't work, so let's try Crazy Taxi. Oh, let's go for a jump. Oh, it's so jerky, I can't even get to the jump. So Crazy Taxi's got more of a configuration. So if I pick Crazy Taxi and go into settings, because there's a different bit that you can launch to change the settings, but it just went straight into the game. So if we do open container, and let's try and locate it. So program files x86, Steam, Steam apps, common, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, there's an app launcher one which I think lets you set the graphics and various different things. Yeah, perfect. VSync is off. Windowed no. Okay, it doesn't let us do a lot. Oh look, it's picked Rapper Mali G715. So, but if I lower the resolution to as low as it will go, 640 by 480. And I don't want it windowed, I want it full screen still. Yeah, that should be alright. So that's launching it from the sort of wine style interface. That already feels quicker. It's not the most configurable of games, but yeah, that's working. I mean, it's not great, but it is working, and it's a 3D game. It makes me think I could get some other games running, maybe by going in and altering various different things in here. It's very clever how this has all been worked out. Right, so let's exit that. A Moto Racer collection. Okay, I don't seem to be able to turn. Yeah, it's too choppy to play, but it did start it, which I'm quite pleased about. So F1 quits me out of that. And last up, let's try a bit of Terraria. Okay, it's all loaded up and everything feels fast. Select world, new world. Seems to be generating quite fast, he says, and then it gets to the jungle and slows right down. Okay, nearly there. Final cleanup. Oh, it is a bit slow. It says turn off background, set quality to low, and enable frame skip. Oh, there's loads of them. That's better. Where's the others? Have they all gone? Okay, well I wasn't expecting that. Oh mate, he's got a bow and arrow. Okay, pleased with that. So the video is fairly long already, but I would probably look at installing some programs on this. So because we can go into that environment, so in settings and do the test graphics, I imagine we can just pick things, oh, testing direct 3D, that wasn't happening before. And we can add and remove programs. And does it let me browse? Yeah, so it lets me browse quite a few folders. Now where's the native? So that's not Android, nor's that, that's Windows. I'd say that's the downloads folder. He doesn't seem to show anything, and Z, storage. Yeah, definitely want to play around with that more, but really impressed with it. And I'm impressed with this Android desktop mode on this Pixel 8 as well. So exit desktop and yes. Okay, so I hope all this helps. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe.